So welcome all of you. As we all know that IISc has released its offer letter to those candidates who selected in COEP round 1, and many of you contacted me during last 2 days about and asking me questions like how is the life at IISc in mechanical engineering, how is the placement, how is the curriculum, how is the academics, is it too hectic or not, what are the courses you have to do, which types of projects you have to do, like how to choose the project, and what are the future opportunities, and what are the skill sets or the prerequisites knowledge about like for example coding or any other stuff you have to learn before joining the IISc, and many other questions you have asked. So not only just those candidates who selected in round 1, but all those candidates who are expecting to get offer in upcoming round, or all those candidates all the aspirants who are preparing for the GATE examination and want to join the IISc Bangalore in 2024 or 2025, right? They have such questions. So all the things I'm going to cover in this video that everyone should know before joining the IISc Bangalore in mechanical engineering. So let's get started. So first thing that majority students have asked me about placement. So in that I have already made one video about IISc Bangalore placement. In that I've also covered about how is the placement in mechanical engineering. So in this video also I'm going to share it about to you. But let us start with the things that the areas of working in IISc Mechanical, right? And who should join IISc Bangalore. So if you go to website of Mechanical Engineering Department of IISc, like mecheng.iisc.ac.in, you will find out here that areas of working, like in each and if you go into separate things, there are lots of faculties are working in particular every domain, right? So if you are interested in this particular given domain like biomechanics or medical device, fluid mechanics, flow physics, heat transfer, energy systems, manufacturing materials, mechanism design, optimization, mechanics of solid and structure, micro and nanoscale process and devices, robotics and autonomous system, as well as vibration, acoustics and control. These are the areas of working in IISc Mechanical. So if you are interested to work in any of these things, and if you are very passionate about to study more about these things, right, then you can join IISc Bangalore. Now coming to the placement part, right? So placement part is very good. I'm here. I have a total list of companies that visited during my placement season, like for the batch of 21 to 23. So if I'm talking about my batch strength, first thing is batch strength was like in IISc Mechanical they took roughly in between 35 to 40 people. Out of that only 11 people left in my batch. Remaining left for the PSU, right? Majority went to the ICL, NTPC or ONGC, right? In my junior batch, there are lot more people left till now, but in my batch, it's only 11 students. Out of 11, one is a sponsored candidate, one is one willing to do a PhD, and remaining 9 wants to get placement, right? So 9 registered student and 2 people were there from MTech research. So out of this 11 registered people, all 11 got placed in starting few companies only, right? And for this 11 people, I think more than 24 or 25 companies came to get placement, right? So you can say that roughly around 2:1, the company to student ratio is 2:1. And in starting few companies, like few companies took 3 students or 2 students, you can imagine that very few companies in starting very few companies all students get placed, and the later companies came and go without taking any student from mechanical department. They might have taken from aero or other department, but they cannot get any student from mechanical engineering department, right? So if I'm talking about the package in the core sector, the range of packages between it starts from the 8 lakh. In the IISc, the policy is that the IISc is not allowing company below 8 lakh package. So 8 lakh is bare minimum you have to offer to participate in the placement procedure. So the minimum is 8 lakh, and the student of my batch who got a minimum is 10 lakh, right? And the maximum goes to 20 or something 24. One company was offering 24, but at that time no student left, right? So many companies came later which are offering higher, but in starting few companies like ranging between average between 14, 15, 16 or 12, 11. So in this range all the got placed, right? Most of the are my batchmates got placed, right? And you can consider as an average package of 14 lakh, right? Which is decent enough for the core. If you are talking about the core sector, yes, all got placed in core sector. No student was targeting non-core sector, so all was targeting core sector and all got placed in core sector only, right? So this is all about the package. And if I talking about the company and its profile and its location, then you can see behind me that there are list of companies that visited to our campus for the placement, starting from the Lam Research, Havels, Bajaj Auto, Reliance New Energy, Adverb, Cradlewise, Atlas Copco, Siemens, Collins Aerospace, ExxonMobil, Caterpillar, Tata Steel, Tata Research Center, Mahindra, Airbus, Triveni Turbine, MRF, Pran Climate Technology, Siemens Gamesa Renewable Energy, Aizen Drug Research Solution, Netteralwala Group, High-Tech Robotics Systems Limited, Narbos Drilling International, and Shell, right? So only one company was offering an international location, though its package was very less if you are comparing Houston, living cost in Houston. But yes, one was international, but at the time it came very late. It came just in this month only, in the month of May only. So till now no students left in mechanical engineering, so I think this company has to go without taking any person, right? And if I'm talking about internship placement, yes, what about internship procedure and all I came to later. But yes, companies do visit here to get students for the internship, and these companies came for my batch. And for internship only 2 students were registered, and for these 2 students you can see that the number of companies came, right? Corning Technologies, ANSYS, Stryker, Bajaj, Pace Robotics, Triveni Turbine, TCS Center. This was about my batch. Now if I'm talking about my junior batch, they are their internship placement has just completed, and their final placement is obviously not started yet, but there's for them internship, these companies came, and 6 to 7 students who were registered for the internship, I think all got internship, right? So these companies came: Geo Aerospace, Triveni Turbine, Bajaj, Corning, Airbus, and Pran Climate Technologies, right? So this is all about a placement. I hope it clears all the doubt about the placement. If I'm talking about placement procedure, here in IISc placement is is not that structured or that systematically as compared to IITs. In IITs it is very systematic, but in IISc it is not systematic that much. But in IISc there are 3 placement season, not a season as exactly, placement round 1, round 2, round 3. In round 1 average 10 companies came, round 2 10 to 12 companies, and round 3 10 to 12 companies, and majority of they are giving a priority to the topmost company in round 1, then say round 2, then 3. In round 1 all international offers are 40 plus 30 plus in round 1, also in near about 30 in round 3, also in between 20 30. After that mechanical companies started to came, right? So in this starting few companies, 30-40 companies, they are not allowing any mechanical companies to came, because they are giving the priority based on the package, right? So in starting the high package companies came, then later on mechanical companies started. So it is not like that the person who are more intelligent will get a more package. Here it also depends on little bit about luck, because a few low package companies came in start, and few high package companies later came in late. At the time no students were left, right? So it all depends on the luck, right? But here you have lots of opportunities. You have various options of companies, like choosing you can choose choose to not a seat in company because there are lot more companies are left still left that you can sit for that. So for example, the first company game was offering just 11 LPA, and majority of my batchmate was were not applied for that company because it was offering 11 LPA. And later on, many companies between 18 lakh or 19 lakh were also visited for campus in 15 lakh also, right? And in between, the few companies came like 11.5, 12.5. So like many students choose to not sit for that. And yeah, that's it about like you can take a risk to not sit for that. And that's all the things happens during the placement season that you are going to face when you actually came. This things is not about only about IISc. In IIT also this things happens, because like I've seen like in IIT Kanpur many students placed in season 1 only, but in season 2, especially core in IIT Delhi also, in IIT Kanpur also, like 20 plus package core company came, right? So that's it about a placement. Like I've covered most of the doubts that anyone has. If you have more doubt regarding placement, then you can comment. You can ask in comment section, or you can message me on LinkedIn, Instagram, or Telegram, or many other sources. Right, and there are seniors to guide you about placement, and there are placement cell also to guide you about placement procedure. So you need not take a worry about that placement, right? So as I've told you, there are sufficient number of companies are visiting in IISc, especially this much companies came this year. In my senior batch, around 10 to 12 companies came, and total registered student were only 5 students was there, and all got placed, obviously, right? And in that senior batch, 11 was registered and all 11 was placed. I don't know about their super senior, but this is about placement statistics that lies in last 3 years. 100% placement is there. So people are arguing that only this much low number of students are left for the placement. So will all get placed if the number of students are more than 30 or more than 40? So answer is yes, definitely, because one argument is that in my batch or my senior batch, the admission was directly in the basis of the gauge score. So the cutoff was very high, and everyone could easily get in PSU. Like for example, I got in ONGC, and all the other my batchmates got in some or other PSU, right? So they have option, but they choose to not join any PSU and choose to do MTech. But as you see, the cutoff of this year went very low just because they have conducted interview. So many of you don't get PSU, and the dropout ratio will also decrease because of the interview. Many serious non-serious candidate will not came. So dropout ratio will definitely reduce, and maybe probably your batch strength will not be just as low as our batch strength. It will be more than, definitely it will be more than 20, or even it will be near about 30 at the time of placement. I'm not talking about the starting joining. Starting they are taking 35 to 40 around approx. So even if the batch strength is very high, the chances of getting placement is good, because if you see the number of companies that are visiting, there are sufficient number of companies, right? If I'm comparing it with the IIT Delhi, I've made one video about IIT Delhi placement. If you have not seen, then you can check it after watching this video. Don't leave this video from now. So in IIT Delhi, only 17 or 18 companies visited for the core profile, and student was nearly about 100, right? Combining design, thermal manufacturing, or applied mechanics, or right? So for the 100 student, like only 17 companies are very low as compared to for the 11 student, 24 companies, right? And during the COVID session also, the placement was not that much bad, right? More than 10 to 12 core companies visited, or I think it was more than that, right? And the placement, placement by placement cell is not the only way to get a job. There are multiple ways to get a job from IISc Bangalore. There are connections of professors. All the professors, all the faculties have some or the other sponsored project from any industry, from any private sector or government sector. They cannot recommend you in government sector obviously, but they can recommend you in a private sector. They can arrange an interview for you, and you can get you can get placement through that. Also, you can apply off campus. One of the person from MTech research, as I said, that 2 MTech research were registered. She got placement from IISc on campus placement, as well as she got placed off campus, right? Both way she got placement, right? So the opportunities in off sector of the opportunities in off campus is also high, right? And like you can contact your project guide. They have, if he has some contact, he can arrange it. Department can arrange it. Many companies directly contact, like a Pratt and Whitney and Volvo. They directly contact department chair that we want to take up candidates from your department. If someone is interested, can directly share their resume. So these are also ways to get a job. So if you are a serious candidate and if you're willing to get a job, then getting a job is not a difficult task if you are doing MTech in mechanical engineering from IISc Bangalore. Now if I'm talking about the opportunities in non-core sector. So if someone is interested in non-core sector, then they can choose some few electives in data science or AI ML related, or they can learn by themselves, and they can make a profile and they can apply. Every student can see it for every profile, right? Let's say aero students can also see it for mechanical related companies. All these companies were also allowed for the aerospace student to sit. Smart manufacturing students can also sit in these companies. Robotics students can also sit in these companies. But yes, it is more of mechanical related, so they prefer mechanical more than other branches. But all other branches students can also sit in these companies, and mechanical students can also sit in related to software development or AI ML related companies or data science related companies. So if you are willing to take a job in this sector, if you want to get a higher package and if you want to get a job in this sector, then also there is a possibility for you. You have to make a strong profile. For that, you have to learn a skill set which is required for that, and you can sit and you can compete with other students. Yes, there are no competition there are not much competition, because there is no BTech student here, only MTech students are there. So competition in IISc is very less for the placement, but on the other hand, the number of companies that came for the placement is also less overall. I'm not talking about only in mechanical sector, but overall the number of companies are also at a little bit less. But if you are comparing relatively, the competition in IISc is much lesser than the competition in IIT to get a place, right? So getting placement from IISc is, I can say, easier than IITs, but developing a profile simultaneously or academics is little bit difficult. But many students are doing that, and if you are managing well, then you can easily do both the things simultaneously. So you can also place it in non-core sector, right? So this is all about the placement. I'm talking about the core sector, non-core sector, off campus, and all the things. Let us talk about the little bit about curriculum, right? So that is the main thing, that what you have to study in IISc for the 2 years. So if you go to this website of mechanical engineering, if you go in the academics and curriculum, right? So you can find this page. Go through this page, very in depth, right? Like about frequently asked questions, current semester, right? In this semester, January to April 23, which courses were offered, and academic year, this is academic calendar. The courses required, yes, this is about the courses required for the PhD students with MTech, direct PhD students, for MTech research and MTech coursework. So if I'm talking about the MTech coursework student has to take a 4 out of this 5 core courses. So like in first semester you have to study a 5 courses, right? 4 out of these 5 courses, like you can choose any 4 out of this 5, and you have to study this engineering mathematics. These 5 courses you have to study in the first semester, right? In the second semester onwards, you can choose any electives. There are 21 credits. You have to complete 21 credits of electives. So on an average here, if you see all the courses, like all 5 core courses as well as mathematics, and if you go in the elective section also, the elective, yeah, like list of all courses, if you go in the you can find out the here all the courses offered. So you can choose any electives from here, as well as you can choose any electives from any department. There is no such a restriction that you have to do this much number of electives from your department or your branches. There is no restriction. You can choose, you can study all the 7 electives from the other department. You can study all the 7 electives from your department. It's not only limited to 7 electives, because there are few courses which are 4 credit courses, but majority of the courses that are offering in IISc are 3 credit courses, right? So if you are talking about on an average, to complete 21 credits of elective, you have to do a 7 electives. So if you are willing to study aerospace related, and if you got admission in mechanical, or if you are if you got admission in any other branches, this is all I'm talking about mechanical. Other branches have their separate curriculum, course of curriculum, right? That in aerospace you have to do a more number of electives than mechanical, and in a few other branches you have to do a less number of electives. That depends on branch to branch. So but in mechanical you have to do a 5 courses in first semester and 7 courses in second, third or fourth semester, right? In third semester you have to start your project work, and in fourth semester you have, at the end of fourth semester, you have to submit your project report, or you can say the thesis of the project, and the project evaluation will be also there at the end of third semester and at the end of fourth semester, right? So this is all about the curriculum. You can go and read about the syllabus of the all individually, like fluid mechanics, material structure property correlation, dynamics and control of mechanical system, solid mechanics and thermodynamics, right? It is little bit advanced than what we have studied at undergraduate level, obviously, right? So you can go and study the curriculum of this. And engineering mathematics also. In the engineering mathematics you have to study mainly 3 topics: linear algebra, differential equation, and the complex analysis, complex analysis, right? And if I'm talking about the project, at the end of first semester, whatever you have taken the core courses and mathematics, you will get some CGPA, right? In exam pattern, I'm talking about exam pattern little later. Right now I'm talking about project. So you, after the completion of the first semester, you will get some CGPA. Based on CGPA, the project will be allotted, right? So list of the project will be floated at the end of the first semester. Let's say if I'm talking about my batch, these are the list of projects. I will provide the images in description box. You can go and check it after completion of this video. So these are the faculties who were offering this project. So few faculties were floating only one project, fewer faculties were floating 2 projects, 3 projects, or fewer faculties were not offering any project for the MTech coursework student, right? So this is about my batch, and this is about my junior batch. So you can go and check it, all the sector that I've mentioned earlier, this all the fields, there is at least few projects, a sufficient number of projects are there. So if you are interested in any of these things, like if you are interested in CFD, or if you are interested in FEM, or if you are interested in some theoretical project like a mathematical modeling and all type of things, or if you are interested in only a mathematical project, solving some equation related stuff, or if you are interested in like experimental project, experimental fluid mechanics, experimental solid mechanics, all the things are there. You can choose accordingly based on your interest. But if I'm talking about particular project, let's say this much number of project is floated. If someone wants to take a project, let's say this project, a development of robotic fix, 3 students are interested to take this project. So the highest the CGPA, whoever person has the highest CGPA, that person got this project. But the other 2% will get the project of their second choice. So this is about like how you got admission. You have to fill the sequence, first, second, third, fourth project, and based on your CGPA you will get this project. There are some exceptions that without CGPA also, like if students is very much passionate about some field and have some background knowledge about it, they can directly contact that faculty and the faculty can consider it. It depends on faculty to faculty, but it's a very exception. Like if I'm talking about this much number of faculty, hardly 1 or 2 projects are allocated in that way, but other you have to give the preference, and based on CGPA you will get the project. So that's how you can get a project, right? Any project, and based on that project, that guide will suggest you to take some electives like 1, 2, 3. That depends on the guide and that depends on the project. If for example, if project is related to CFD, then he will suggest you to take electives of CFD, right? And like he will also suggest to take some other electives, like for any related to your project, 2 or 3 electives or even 1 electives. And remaining electives you can take from anywhere. Like if you are interested in data science, you have to complete 7 electives. Your guide is suggesting you to take particular 2 electives, then other 5 electives you can choose of your interest, right? There is no restrictions. If the guide allows you to take such electives, then you can take that electives, right? And you can make profile in data science field also. You don't have to study separately if you are taking electives, because you are just completing your course credits, right? And for that you are studying that, and that will be helpful in the final placement of that particular field. So choosing the electives is a little crucial task, but you can contact your senior, you can attend few lectures, there are 15 to 20 days time. You can attend lectures and you can register for electives. You can complete your electives in second semester, third semester, fourth semester. If you take 5 courses in first semester, 5 in second, third semester you have to take just 2 courses, and fourth semester no courses will be left. But that depends on you how you are managing it. So that's about the curriculum, right? If I'm talking about the exam pattern, so exam pattern is it depends on the faculty to faculty. It depends on the electives to electives. For example, if some few faculties are even there who are not even conducting final examination, they are doing all the evaluation based on your assignments and your course project. Yes, in the courses also there are mini projects in the courses, like you have to do at the end of the course, you have to do one small project. Few electives are there in which the course project is there, few electives are there in which there is no project, right? So you can see the marking system. The marking system is also changing every year because it depends on which faculties are conducting it. So if I'm talking about let's say fluid mechanics, so it is the chances that they can conduct 1 mid semester, they can conduct 2 mid semester, they can conduct 2 mid semester plus final, they can conduct only 1 mid semester, 0 final. That all depends on the faculty who is conducting that course. For example, most of the core courses, like all the 5 courses, they have 2 mid semester and 1 final examination, 3 examination. So mid-semester, like let's say if it is 30 final examination it is 30, or let's say assignment has 10%, or even 25 and assignment has a 25%, or even few courses like if I'm talking about FEM, then it has a 25% weightage of the computing assignment, like you have to write a code for your FEM simulation. 25% weightage is there, 10% weightage is there for the quiz. He is conducting quiz 35, and remaining 65 he is splitting in one mid-semester and one final examination. So one mid-semester contains 30%, final exam contains 35%. So it depends on the faculty. The weightage is totally, and it is little flexible also, like you can convince that faculty test. In few courses there are also like structure optimization. There were one course that I have taken in last semester, structure optimization. It has one mid-semester. Initially he was planning to conduct a final examination, but later he didn't conduct final examination. There was a mini project. There was a term paper. In that you have to read, you have to collect one paper from this given journal. You have to read and make a summary or report from that. There were coding assignment, there were normal assignment, and combining all the things, there is a weightage of individual assignment. Like for example, normal assignment has a 6% weightage of each assignment, coding assignment has a 8% weightage, term paper has a 10%, project has a 20%, or all the things, right? So by combining all this stuff, and you have to the final examination will be evaluated. And if I'm talking about exam pattern, like if I just mentioned that there is a in many courses there are mid-semester final examination, mid-examination, final examination. So it is not very much different, but I mean it may be open book, it may be closed book. That also depends on the faculty. If I'm talking about one mathematics faculty, or he's also taking this material structure property correlation, his examination is always, most of the time it is his examination is open book. In our differential equation paper exam, it was a 48 hours examination. It is takeaway examination, right? So he gave the paper, and after the end of the 48 hours we have to submit it. So you can use any of the material you want, like you can use Google, you can use the book, you can use the help from your batchmates, you can use the notes, his class notes, and you can use anything. But even after using all the materials that are available in this world on the internet or online or offline, and by collaborating with many of our batchmates, we cannot complete the entire paper in 48 hours. So you can imagine the level of paper. So that sometimes the paper level is that much high, sometimes the paper level is very low, like whatever taught in class, they are just directly straightforward type. If you have attended the class, then you can attend that question. In many faculty, it depends on faculty also, right? Few faculties you will face solid mechanics, you will face very bad experience definitely if you are going to take this subject, because his exam is paper is very difficult examination pattern. Whatever taught in class, the concepts were only that only, but the level of the question is very high. And sometimes faculty can also ask us few topics that is not covered in the class also. So most of the time in open book examination, the questions came out of the box. It's better to conduct a closed book examination than open book examination, because it's very difficult to get an answer in open book examination, because boundary of the open book examination is infinite. In most of the closed book examination, they are asking only from whatever they are covering in the classroom, right? So that's all about curriculum, the courses you have to do, the project you have to do, how your project is allotted, how the examination pattern is there, how the evaluation is done, right? And just go through these project topics. These are all like related to all the stuff like FEM related, and there is also CFD related, and there are also this is experimental project and all the right, all the related projects. So this is all about curriculum. Now if I'm talking about future opportunities, right? Many students like I already said about the placement opportunities. You can you can seek for placement and got a placement, or you can go for higher studies. You can go for a PhD. Many students are doing a PhD in foreign, fully sponsored PhD in foreign. Few students are also converting their MTech into PhD. Yes, the conversion, like converting from MTech into PhD, you can directly convert from MTech into PhD after your first year if you want to convert it, given that you have a 8.5 plus CGPA. So maintaining 8 plus CGPA is little difficult, but it is not that much difficult. I mean, if you plan well and if you prepare well, then you can get it, right? But it is not that straightforward as if you are comparing it with your BTech college. So if you have a 8 plus CGPA, 8.5 plus CGPA, and if you want to convert your MTech into PhD from IISc only, you can convert it, or you can complete your MTech from here and apply separate externally, and you can get admission in admission here. That's also one option. And there is most of the students are doing a PhD from the foreign university. Many good university like University of Cornell, University of Minnesota, University of Pennsylvania, and many other good universities are if you take a name of any best of best universities, there will be some of other alumni from our department, right? So and the stipend that are providing this university is very high. If I'm talking about University of Pennsylvania, one of our senior from 19 to 21 batch is doing PhD from there. So his stipend is roughly around $3,000 per month, which is higher than this company offering in Houston, right? I don't know the Pennsylvania, I don't know the living cost of Houston and Pennsylvania, but this company is offering less than 3,000 per month stipend, right? So the stipend of this university is really high, that you can easily survive yourself and you can easily save from yourself, and there is no fees for your academics. It's as it is fully sponsored, and they are also bearing your few other expenses, depends on university where you are applying. So it is also very good option if you want to do a PhD. If you have a very much interested, very much passionate about research, you can continue your education, higher studies, and for this very good top-notch universities of the world with very good amount of stipend, right? This is also one option. People are also going to government sector like ISRO, DRDO. On the basis of MTech, there are very few recruitments, but on the basis of BTech also people are going, and a few people are also coming from sponsored candidate also coming. If I'm talking about my batch, as I mentioned that one sponsored candidate is there. He is from Indian Navy, and many of our in contact, there are many army people are also there, not in mechanical but in other branch also. And in our junior batch, 3 or 4 ISRO scientists came, and I think 1 or 2 DRDO scientists, one DRDO scientist and other I don't know, but ISRO and DRDO scientists, many ISRO and DRDO scientists are doing a sponsored MTech. So your surrounding atmosphere, you are surrounding by this much top level minded people, and you can learn a lot from them also. So if many such sponsored candidates are they are in your batch, then you can take a help from them, you can learn from them, right? So it's all about future opportunities also. So this is all about the mainly two future opportunities, either PhD or MTech. And few peoples are also going in academia on the base, like most of the universities are preferring PhD students for the professor, but few universities in India also still consider MTech students for their faculty, so student can go there. There are few academic institute like coaching institute are also coming for the placement, or even if it is not coming from the placement, directly they can go and teach. Like if I'm talking about at every top notch coaching institute, Ace Academy, Made Easy, or Run Academy, or Physics Ola, there are IISc alumni are there who is teaching or who is doing a very great in that field also. So that is also one option. So this is all about IISc Mechanical. I think most of the things I have covered which you should know before joining. I will provide all these two photograph, and go through this page, go through department website. Here department are all providing many information, you can read through about it. And yeah, that's it. And one more thing that people are asking, that is it very, yes, one more important topic that I forgot about discussing, that people are asking, is it too hectic curriculum? I would say no, it is not that much hectic. I mean, it is manageable. Like yes, definitely you have to put a lot of efforts. It is not that cakewalk, or it is not that much straightforward as compared to BTech college. In BTech, if you started reading one night before, then you can cover the entire syllabus. But here also you can cover entire syllabus one night before, but only if you have attended all the lectures and if you have done all the assignments by yourself. Assignments, if I'm talking about assignments are also like a code, doing a code or designing something. Few assignments are like mathematical, like solving a question and answer, so you can copy that. But a few assignments are like you cannot copy it. You have to design, you have to formulate a problem by yourself, and you have to get a solution of that. So if you are you can copy assignment and directly get a marks, then it will not be possible. Here you have to do it by yourself, and if you do such things by yourself, then it will be definitely helpful in your examination also, and in real life also, right? You will learn a lot from that, this as assignments also. The curriculum is more mathematical than it's less applied application based, but it's more a mathematical based, as IISc is more research based institute. So here they are focusing more on fundamental research than applied things. So it's more a mathematical stuff. Most of the courses are rigorous contains rigorous mathematics. In mathematics you required many, like gate level do a brush up of gate level mathematics. If you have left many topic in gate mathematics, then go and read it, like calculus, vector calculus, linear algebra, differential equation, complex variable, right? Probability is not required for core branch majority sector. It is required in data science field. Data science, if you want to do in data science field, then linear algebra and probability are more important. But if you want to do in the core sector, then calculus is important, calculus and vector calculus also, and linear algebra also, differential equation, complex analysis are in first semester. If you are studying first semester, you have to study engineering mathematics. In that you have to study complex analysis, and in vibration related subject you also have to study you also have to apply concepts of complex analysis. So it's more rigorous, yes, definitely, but it is manageable, and I am also a diploma student. I have not found any difficulty in mathematics. If you have if you are good in gate level mathematics, then you can easily cope up with courses, and if you are fundamental of the gate level is good, then you need not worry about it. Majority things you are going to study here is new, right? It is not a repeated basis. In few subjects, like in first semester, if I'm talking about this core courses in fluid mechanics and in thermodynamics, this two subject contains few topics which might have you have already studied during a gate or during your undergraduate, but it contains lot more advanced topic, like it contains lots more advanced topic. But this three subject, it is almost a new. Like if I'm talking about solid mechanics, if you are considering it as a strength of material, then you are wrong. It is much more different than strength of material, and you have to study a lot of new things in solid mechanics. And right, so you have to study lots of new things. So it all depends on how much amount of effort you are going to put when you came to IISc, right? It mostly doesn't depend on your past background, but yes, gate level, at least gate level things, if you are good in gate level things, then you can easily cope up. But if you are not good in gate level things, then you may face difficulty at some or the other points, right? And if I'm talking about the prerequisite knowledge about coding or stuff, MATLAB is very much important in majority courses. You have to do a MATLAB programming, but like few subjects like FEM or CFD, you have to also do programming in C++, right? You are not required to write a code, or you are not allowed to even use a direct simulation software. And they are like set subject FEM CFD, you have to do like in the you are going to study the mathematics behind that software, like how the things is working and how to formulate the problem and writing the code and simulate it. And few projects, and the projects you may require other stuff like Fortran or other softwares. Few projects are based on ANSYS, few projects are based on coding, you have to write a code, and few projects are based on experimental things, few projects are based on mathematical, few projects are based on only theoretical stuff. So all depends on projects. So I hope I have covered all the things, all the questions that anyone can ask before joining the MTech in mechanical engineering at IISc. So if you are planning to take admission in IISc mechanical, so all the best for that. Your experience at IISc will definitely going to be very good. You may require to study a lot of things, and you have to put a lot of effort to sustain yourself here, but it all at the end, it all worth it, I would say, right? So thank you so much for watching this video, and share this video to all those aspirants who wants to join IISc and especially want to do MTech in mechanical engineering, right? So yeah, that's it.